are protected by international human rights. Now, how are they going to say that you're stateless? You're going to say that you're stateless, right? You have no state. But protect you with international law. How are they going to do that? Especially to these Asiatics here that they're talking about that don't have a nationality. They're going to do the same thing that the Citizenship Act stated. That if you're anywhere in anything called the Moroccan Empire, you're a Moor. That's how the human rights can protect you internationally. Because remember, United Nations, they recognize treaties. They recognize treaties. And only if they come up and say treaty would people go with it. Other than that, they're not trying to hear nothing that these people are saying. Because they think that they're not in their best interest. They're not. You know, it's not fun when you see blue helmets. When you see blue helmets coming, know that it's about to go down. So don't think that it's a good thing. But in this plea that they're making, because really it's a plea, right? They are completely removing themselves from karmic debt for being responsible for what's about to happen for stateless people. They are stepping back and saying, we do not have anything to do. We recognize people's rights or whatever. We're recalling. Right? Look at the words that we're using. Reaffirming, recognizing, noting, stressing, welcoming, expressing, emphasizing, reaffirming, encouraging. Right? This is how they're talking. Right? Urges. Because they realize that there's a fraud. They realize that fraud's been happening. Right? Like listen. Urges states to adopt and implement nationality legislation with a view to avoiding statelessness. So the international banksters are throwing the state, municipal, province, whatever banksters under the bus right now. Just like the Pope threw all those religions under the bus. Because they're basically, you know, throwing all the paper in there and saying that, like it's really over. Like it's really over. There's no more. Because eventually, you know, people are going to stop taking crap. Bully doesn't bully forever. Remember that. The bully only bullies until somebody says, you're a bully. Or somebody says, yo, let's go deal with this bully. Right? Do not be misinformed under the assumption that people are, you know, international banksters or whatever like that, so we don't have to hear what they're saying, because you better listen to them people, because they're the ones that are in control of the world. And they have no reason to lie, because they think everybody's stupid. So as much as there's fraud in here, there's many There's many references in here, like the one we read about urges, right? Where they're going in for these people. To please consider what we're saying. Like, you don't want to listen to Moors? Fine, don't listen to Moors. At least listen to us. We're your property owners. We're letting you know we're trying to do away with the 14th Amendment because BS. We can't even push that anymore. Civil rights been unconstitutional. There's not too much stuff left for us to try to keep Negro, black, colored people afloat. Like, you know, either they're going to find land or they drown. Land is nationality. Claim something. Nah, we're not doing that because, you know, Frank Gehry said that we don't have to be Moors if we don't want to. All right. Don't be Moors then. All right. They'll get it. They'll get it. Point of a sword. Islam. I saw a video about honorary membership in Canaanland Temple when outside of Canaanland. I'm in Savannah, Georgia, and there isn't a temple near except in Augusta and I think Atlanta. But I'd rather not go that route. I have my cards and documents and it's getting busy here. For the last 3 years, I qualified in another camp as Hebrew, descendant of Moorish Empire, as a student, instructor, and officer. But why reinvent the wheel? Any guidance and info concerning temple membership via Canaan would be appreciated. El Judah Bey. But what you do is you email the secretary, which is Brother Amari El Bey, and you can email him at Amari, A-M-A-U-R-Y, Elbay at hotmail.com. Right? A-M-A-U-R-Y Elbay at hotmail.com. Just tell them, you know, I was watching the classes, I want to get the honorary membership form, and they'll send it to you with instructions. And, you know, you'll get confirmation that you are a member, and like we say, that confirmation is confirmation that you're in a temple. So majority of the people who've been studying that, you know, have this membership, it makes it easier now to go to these places that you might not want to go to, because, you know, we still have to be about the fellowship, right? So the building might be corrupt, but there might be some good Moors there. There might be some Moors there that got some products that you need. There might be some Moors there who are going through situations that you might be going through that, you know what I mean? You can put your heads together and get some work done. Right? Because, you know, on the strength of we're both members of the temple, you should work together. Not you're both members of Canaanland Temple. Right? You can have Canaanland Temple and still go be a member of those people's temple. Why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Because, you know, we're not in the business of you can't, with regard to Moorish Science Temple, Moorish movement, Moorish nation. You know, like, there's processes for everything, but there's no can't do something. You know, there might be reasons why we won't, you know, and most of the time that's, you know, more protection for the people or whatever, right? But the membership is be a member, and once you're a member, you know what I mean, you know, push your feathers, your peacock, you know what I mean? You're supposed to be happy that you're in the temple and all that, right? Oh yeah, these are a couple of troll messages. Just wanted to put these out there, just so that, you know, people can see and hear what not to be. Right? So this is Judah, not Zara, on YouTube. One of the trolls is always coming on the stuff, right? So there, in brackets, Canaanland Moors, Freemasons. So we're Freemasons, right? So of course they dislike the Torah. Now, no, we don't dislike the Torah. We just have our instructions from what we call the Red Book that lets us know the priesthood is dead. And Torahs, Bibles, Qurans, you know, things that people would consider quote unquote scriptures, were penned by the hands of priests, rabbi, imam, whatever you want to call them, to soothe your, you know what I mean, brainwash. That's up to you. But the high priest that penned those books, that stuff's dead. It's a new age now. Information's at people's fingertips. They got metaphysical Bible dictionaries. Get the hell out of here with Torahs and stuff like that. Right? And like we said, those books are historical books. They have nothing to do with any type of religion or anything like that. They're history books, they're metaphysical books, they're allegorical books. They're not they're not something you should take literal. Right? You should be learning lessons from them. Don't take nothing literal. Right? The Torah is against all this foolishness they teach. Of course, because it's dead. Why would it be for living information if it's dead? Why would it, you know what I mean? Like, how can our people who claim that they know their self, our people that make claims that they know their self, right? Heavy claim. And then they're talking about Canaan means subjugated and brought low, so we're Freemasons and that means we're low on the... All these people tripping. Right? We just want to give them some exposure, you know what I mean? Just want to give them some exposure. Right? In America, Cujo was a rabid dog, and they're still bringing those ones. Right now, there was one question. What happened to the Chicago temple that introduced you to your birthright? How did such a great temple close down? And like we always say, the dirty Moors, always, it's never really the foreigner. Because they need the energy, the foreigners. The foreigners lose if they don't have melanin to use, to appear to win. Because really it's not their win. It's the dirty melaninite's win. Because he's the one that really set everything up for everything to fall. And then the European just pick up the pieces. So it's really the dirty Moor. Right? So, you know, there's more to the story, but the bottom line, right? The bottom line is that Moors got high-chested. Moors wanted to be reincarnated, whatever. You know what I mean? Moors wanted to be the man because of whatever. And that creates, you know, ripple in the ranks. Once you have ripple in the ranks, then, you know what I mean?